फुल स्क्रीन कर दो, तो इसको मिनिमाइज कर लेना, ठीक है। Good morning, one and all. I welcome Honorable Professor Dr. N. Kumar, former Vice Chancellor, Tamilnadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore. I also welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. D.R. Singh Sahab of this university. I also welcome Dean Agriculture Dr. Dhararaj Singh, Director Research Dr. Karan Hussain Sahab, Director IQAC Dr. P.K. Singh Sahab, Head of Departments, Senior Faculty Members, Dean College of Home Science Dr. P.K. Upadhyay Sahab, dear students, today morning we have with us very eminent personality, Professor Dr. N. Kumar Sahab. First, I would like to invite Dr. P.K. Singh, Director IQAC, kindly welcome to our guest by presenting bouquet. Now I would also request again Dr. P.K. Singh to kindly welcome by bouquet to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Thank you very much. Now I would like to request again Dr. P.K. Singh Sahab, Director IQAC, to kindly welcome by few words. Please.
Good morning. This is our pleasure that today morning we are having a renowned horticulturist, Dr. N. Kumar, former Vice Chancellor of Tamilnadu Agriculture Universities. I welcome you, sir, in this very prestigious universities, and this has been a torchbearer in the field of agricultural research. I also welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. D.R. Singh, who has been a source of inspiration and motivation for all of us in organizing such programs for the benefits and welfare of our faculties as well as our dear students. I welcome our Dean Agriculture, Dr. Dhararaj Singh, who is very kind enough in providing all logistic supports whenever we ask help for him. I also welcome our esteemed Director Research, Dr. Karan Hussain, who has been here this morning despite his very busy schedule. In fact, he has to conduct a departmental RAC meeting in the Department of Plant Physiology, but still on our request, he is very much with us. I am thankful to you, sir. I also welcome Dean Home Science, Dr. P.K. Upadhyay. In this series, I welcome Professor and Head, Dr. B.K. Tripathi, Department of Fruit Science, in charge, Department of Vegetable Science, Dr. D.P. Singh, and all my faculty members and my dear students and participants. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. P.K. Singh Sahab. Now, as I told you all that we have with us very high dignity Professor N. Kumar Sahab. He is today delivering the lecture on high density plantation in mango, problems and prospect. Before invite you, sir, I would like to highlight some brief about the Professor Dr. N. Kumar Sahab. Dr. N. Kumar Sahab born on 29 June 1955 and he is former Vice Chancellor of Tamilnadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore. He obtained his BSc Horticulture degree, MSc AG and PhD Horticulture with distinct academic and service record. He bagged total 2 fellowship, 5 gold medal and 9 medals during his university study and service period. He has very rich professional experience of about 36 years with 22 years as a professor horticulture along with unique experience in all aspects of TNAU activities, 36 years of research experience, total 33 years of teaching experience as well as 33 years of extension experience along with the farm management and administration. He has published 9 books, 39 international and national research papers, 1 edited international journal, 93 national research papers, 46 popular articles, 76 abstract in national and international symposia and seminar. He is also having 3 of his textbook in horticulture as referred or recommended as a standard textbook across the country in many state agriculture universities. He has also guided 23 MSc students and more than 13 PhD students and 2 PhD students obtained prestigious ICAR Jawaharlal Nehru Award. He has also handled many external funded projects in national and international level, and he is also associated with the improved cultivars of horticultural crafts and developed so many technology related to the horticultural and plantation craft. He is also heading the chairman of Coconut Development Board. As a chairman, he has very good experience and wide knowledge of experience in the area of coconut development and many more. Without sir taking much more time, I would like to invite to deliver the lecture on high density plantation in mango, problems and prospects. Sir, please. Vivek.
I can operate from here, no? Thank you, Dr. Manish Kumar, for your nice words about introducing my resume for the benefit of the students as well as the faculty. Honorable Vice Chancellor of this prestigious university, Dr. D.R. Singh, and my close friends, other distinguished university officers from this CSA, University of Agriculture and Technology, various faculty, students. I understand mostly from the horticulture and forestry sites assembled. I am really thankful to the university, particularly to the Vice Chancellor, as well as to the other faculty members to organize this lecture. In fact, I am happy to inform I belong to the first batch of BSc Horticulture. 1972 they started TNAU, then only other universities started. This? No, mine. Okay. Okay. So, in the year 1976, I was the first person to come out with the BSc Horticulture degree program in the whole of India. So, in that way, I am very proud. And subsequently, other universities, Kerala, then UAS, Bangalore, and now I think almost all universities, they have horticulture as a, one of the programs, because now horticulture production has surpassed agriculture. Recently also nearly 330 million tons we have produced the current year 21-22. So today I have taken the topic, namely high density planting. In fact, one more word also I added, ultra high density planting. Prospects and problems. What are all the problems or what are the prospects we have in implementing this high density planting? Of course, UP state is very known for that high density planting in the case of Goa. But mango, somehow TNAU took up a lead in collaboration with the Jain Irrigations, and we have and this is our main building, what we call as Research Institute RI block, that was also almost parallel to your university. In 1906 it was constructed during the British regime, and that was declared as a heritage icon for Coimbatore. And if you travel in front, any train from Coimbatore, you will have that screen. Okay. See, India, mango is our crop. It's indigenous to India. The second. Okay. Indigenous to India, but see, our productivity is around 6.5 tons, whereas a country like Israel, which introduced mango, their yield is 30 tons per hectare. So nearly 5 times there is a difference. And what are the reasons if we analyze for the poor productivity? Say wider tree spacing. In all the states we are adopting wide spacing only, say 40 feet or more than 10 meters in many places. All the plants are having dense canopies, with the result of poor sunlight interception, lack of proper ventilation. Because of that we have lot of pest infestations, poor orchard management. People think mango means you plant and forget. It's not so. But that is the thing prevailing, plant and forget. And water and nutrient management, nothing is done. So these are all the various causes for our productivity when compared to other countries like Israel, South Africa, and even this Mexico and other countries. So taking the lead from other countries, we have taken 2 aspects. Say one is to manage this poor orchard management. We thought drip fertigation is a important technology we have to adopt in mango. Then high density planting, followed by proper canopy management practices. These 3 things: high density planting, proper canopy management. Canopy management I mean right from training and pruning from the beginning itself. Then irrigation, also fertilization is through fertigation. These 3 things if we follow, definitely we can achieve this yield of as good as like Israel and our people, that we have demonstrated in the field also. So if you see the growth pattern, South India versus North India, we are in our south we are having this tropical climate. We do not have a distinct winter like North India. So we have lot of new flushes it develops. 2 to 3 new growth will be there, whereas your cases it is little growth during after winter. Then regular canopy management is a must in our case for high density planting. Here limited canopy management is required. That is the difference. But we need to follow all these 3 things, then only we will be able to achieve the higher yield. So this is the triangle circle. So you cannot ignore canopy management, you cannot ignore drip irrigations, and you have to follow high density planting, then only we will be able to achieve the better and higher yield. See, before 1980, we were following a wider spacing, namely 12 into 12 meter. Even as a student of horticulture, I learned mangoes were planted at 40 feet or 12 by 12 meters, etc. Then subsequently after 1980, based on the ICR and other university works, we have started recommending 10 into 10, 10 into 5 into 5, then 5 into 5 meter. Up to this is called high density planting. But recently, we are recommending what is known as 3 by 2 meter, accommodating nearly 1,666 plants per hectare, or about 700 plants per acre. So very huge population. Then only we will be able to achieve the higher yield. Here, to go for a high density planting or ultra density planting, the primary requisite is the selection of the planting material. You know, mango is propagated through approach grafting, veneer grafting, side grafting, etc. But best material is the softwood graft, because that will produce measured growth, and also it can be easily maintained through proper training and pruning. So then next is formative pruning and annual cropping management is a must. Drip irrigation, as I told you earlier, is a must. If you follow this only, whereas in the case of normal planting, we don't bother, just plant any kind of planting material you can use, no problem, but you will not be able to get that required yield. So let us concentrate on ultra high density planting system. Here we have conducted experiments in the field, sizable area, 5 acres each, 3 spacing, 4 into 2 meter, 3 by 2 meter, even very close spacing of 3 into 1 meter in Coimbatore district. And finally we have come to the conclusion 4 by 2 is the best, 500 trees per acre, because of it allows partial mechanization, because nowadays labor is not available, you have to constantly prune, machine dependent, harvesting, everything, transport. So 4 by 2 is the best spacing recommended for ultra high density planting of mango. What are the varieties? Say we have 1,000 varieties in India. All the varieties are not suitable. A variety which will respond to pruning is a must. So these are some of the varieties I have listed. Probably Dasharian Langra you have to try and add to this list. If anybody has done ultra high density planting, then we can add. Otherwise, this Alfonso is responding very well. Banganapalli is doing very well. Bengaluru is responding very well. Malliya is also doing very good. So these are some of the varieties which we have experienced in the field. So this is the softwood graft. I told you, a plant with 3 or 4 flushes should be selected for planting. In this place, if anybody is going for approach grafting or side grafted plants, success will not be there. This is the prime requisite for this one. So soil quality of the other things I am not touching because it is common for all. So planting, normally we recommend 1 by 1 meter square. That is very difficult because the closer spacing of 4 by 2. So better go for trench planting. Between the 4 meter, you take a trench. Nowadays JCPs or booklines are available, very easy. Take the trench, and in the trench, after filling up with red soil or other organic matter, you can easily plant. There are some places wherein the soil depth is less. For example, I have come across a place wherein soil depth is only 1 meter. But we as horticulturists recommend minimum of 2 meters. So how to overcome? Raise the bed. With the JCP we raise the bed so that 1 meter is the normal depth. By adding the soil we have raised the bed. Success is good. And this is how it is closely planted by 4 by 2 meter young plants like this. Then mulching, if it is done, it is very good. Raised beds with the mulch is also good. This is most important. In the first year, immediately after planting, say about 2 to 3 months, you have to pinch the center of the plant. At the 45 to 60 centimeter, you just cut it below the growing point. 4 months of planting, and you retain only 3 healthy branches. This is the first operation. Second one is, after about 3 months, the new growth will there. You retain about 35 to 40 centimeter again from the base level, you cut it. So already we have released, originally left 3 primaries. Primaries into 2, 6, you will be encouraging the branches. This is done in the second year or second pruning. I don't say the second pruning, even the first year itself it will come because of your proper nutrition. Then the third pruning is cutting the secondary branches at a length of 35 to 40 centimeter. So 3 months of the second training, now the 12 branches will be there. This is the primary framework of the plants. If it is not done, then ultra high density planting or high density planting will not be successful. Many farmers with the greedy of planting, going for high density planting, they failed because they have not adopted this technology of properly training at the beginning itself. So this is, I have taken in Ethiopia, one of the farms wherein we have given training to their fellows by adopting this technology. So this is the stage. Say first year you are planting, second stage is the second pruning, third pruning. Then after about 2.5 to 3 years, the plants will look like a bush. So we should not call mango as a tree, mango as a shrub only hereafter for UHD planting. You see the growth where I am cutting like this. And also the center must be always open, because I told you one of the reason is poor penetration of the light and ventilation. These are all the causes for poor productivity. So center must be always open. By 12 o'clock if you go and see your plant, it should receive proper sunlight at the heart of the central heart of the plants. This is the 1-year-old plantations. Can you imagine this? Because of the drip fertigation. Then you see second year 7 months it started flowering. Flowering is also more. Actually the panicle production per unit area, if you measure it is very high than the normal plants. You see the 8 years old plants. Normally 8 years old means we cannot go reach, but we are maintaining the path to allow the all spaces, etc. So this is 10 years old Alfonso. This is in Jain irrigation experimental farm in near Coimbatore. And here you can see the plants are having the fruits within our reach. So harvesting is a very easy process. And also all our canopy management, your plant protection measures, quality improvement practices, like if you suppose you want to give sulfate of potash, all those can be easily achieved. Now this is the data, original data we have collected. See the, in the case of 3/2 plantations, we allow maximum of 45 fruits. More than that, we thin it out also. Minimum 35. So like this, if you go, in the fourth year, we got 2.25 metric tons per acre. And by 8th year, it is more than 9 metric ton per acre. That means so to nearly 27 tons per hectare, reaching almost on par with South Africa or Israel using this technology. So how this is possible is because of the high density planting technology followed by drip fertigation and canopy management. So the canopy management is a subject for long debate. In fact, Dr. R.N. Singh people might be aware. When our professors in the year 1972, they did a primary work on pruning, when they presented in one of the conferences, he criticized, mango doesn't require pruning. Why should we unnecessarily prune it? Now, almost all farmers are doing pruning to get higher yield. So, before 1970 in Tamilnadu, no pruning was recommended. But TNAU first conducted experiments in the case of Malgova variety, which is supposed to be a shy bearer, very poor yield. 48 years old tree we allotted for this work, and the results of pruning is very encouraging. Here, at that time, our knowledge on pruning is totally different. What we have done is, we have removed some extra branches, big branches were removed to expose the sunlight. Then thinning of shoots. What I mean the thinning of shoot is, say mango, if you closely observe, there will be 3 or 4 whorl of shoots will be coming. That you remove 2 or 3, but it is a laborious process. That was the original recommendations at that time they had done, mainly to avoid more production of gibberellic acid. Gibberellic acid, if it is more, means it will encourage only vegetative growth, not flowering. That is the concept. But you see, before pruning, we got very little yield in the case of Malgova, whereas after pruning, the yield was going up like this in the 48-year-old Malgova plantations. Then we brought another concept, namely annual pruning of past-season shoot, back pruning, just like the case of grapes. Grapes, you might have heard about forward pruning and backward pruning. Same concept we have brought in mango, and we found that it is good than the first one which I told earlier. And also here, to get desired and positive effect, you must use the bacloprotosol or the Cultar application. That also we have conducted field, and you can see in a field without no pruning, you will get 27 fruits per tree, whereas a pruned one gives more than 65 fruits, like this. So this is the effect of pruning, the backward pruning. See, the past-season growth, if you put it, there will be a lot of new shoots. 4 or 5 shoots will come out. All the shoots should be encouraged to end in a flower. That is our task of our scientists. So here, that was the pruned area, new shoots are coming, that will end in a flower. That's why in that picture I showed, there is full of flowers. See here, a close view, how it was cut. Here I have cut it here. You can see the new growth like this. And you can see more, every new shoots is ending in a flower because of our Cultar application. And the pruning after harvest is also done annually. Once say in the case of for us it is May, June is the season. Once the harvest is over, immediately we do pruning, close pruning, then followed by the application of this copper oxychloride to prevent any diseases, etc. And how much pruning we have to give? Can we give indiscriminately a pruning? That we have worked out with some PhD students and found that first year, if you give light pruning, that is removal of 30% of the growth of the past season, then next year, the same plant, you give 50% of past year's growth. You will see the difference. Past season is the current year shoot, I am telling. Past season is previous year growth. Thereby the plant is maintained to my height, 6 feet or maximum 7 feet only. See, this is the pruning cycle I am telling. Before pruning, how is it? After pruning, third month after pruning, then flowering, fruiting, etc. Like this it will come. And the third very important component I told you is the drip fertigation. I need not emphasize the benefits of fertigation because it is the science of all horticulturists nowadays. Water saving and fertilizer efficiency is increasing. Here, this irrigation is very, very important, wherein you see average we have to give every month about, that is the first year about 1 liter, then gradually it increases to 3.7, then third year it is 8.14. That means throughout the year, it slowly you have to increase the level of the irrigation depending upon the canopy, and so irrigation is a must through drip. Then fertilizer also, see first year, second year is slowly increased, and from third year onwards you give 120, 75, 100. Then you may ask, when you give 100, 75 and 100 plants, I mean gram of fertilizer per plant for 600 plants in an acre, whether we are dumping more nutrients in the soil which will affect the soil. But it is not so. You can, the next table I will give it. See, just a comparison I have made. Normal planting, our recommendation is like this, 100, 100 kg, 150. Here ultra high density planting, only nitrogen is slightly higher, almost same. That means through drip fertigation, we are increasing the efficiency of the nutrients. That's why it is not, but at the same time we are harvesting how much? 6 times, 5 to 6 times the crop from the field. So this is a very important concept. To adopt the high density planting, say if suppose my plant has come to harvest May, plant is free of fruits, the May means June I have to do pruning, which I mentioned earlier. This is annual pruning. This plant should have received the proper training of formative pruning earlier. So every year June you have to prune. Then July, August, September you have to encourage the growth, because after pruning the new shoots will come. The old theory was that a plant which produces the shoot this year will not be bearing flowers this year. It is not so. Same year we can make the shoots to bear it. That's why drip fertigation we are giving in the month of June, July, August. Encourage lot of give more irrigation, more fertilizer. Then by September that vegetative growth has to be stopped. Otherwise continuous vegetative growth will be there. How to stop that? For which you have to apply what is known as baclopotasol or the Cultar. This Cultar is nothing but a anti-gibberellic agent. Gibberellin synthesis it inhibits. So it induces flowering. So flower bud initiation and differentiation under Indian conditions takes place in the month of October, November. So a flower, a plant is very, that the shoot is very healthy, and it is, since you are cutting the vegetative growth, flower bud initiation takes place December, January is the flowering season. So by which 90% of the plants will come to regular bearing in the same year itself. This is the concept we have developed. This is being adopted nowadays. And this is the method of applying baclopotasol to the plants. From third year onwards, like this, and we are applying for each plant about 3 millimeter of baclopotasol, not more than that. Whereas in the case of Alfonso area in Konkan Valley, Maharashtra and all, they are applying 40 ml, 50 ml like this. That we don't recommend. Maximum 3 ml only, followed by continuous irrigation for 15 days. So this is the comparison of our traditional system versus ultra high density planting. Say gestation period normally in the normal planting it takes 9 years, whereas here it is 4th year. In fact, in the second, third year itself we will be able to get the fruit. And also yield potential I have told you very high. Pruning is a must. Spray operations are easier. Harvesting is also very easy, etc. So almost all varieties we have tried. This Ratna, you see the 26 metric tons we have harvested. Alphonse also 13.5. Bangalore, Totapuri, very high yield, like this. Uma percent, like this. Suppose the person is interested in converting old orchards into ultra-high planting, that is also possible, adopting the interplanting. But before that, you have to go for regeneration pruning. I need not emphasize about regeneration pruning because it was standardized in Lucknow only. So this is how they have to do it. Some of the persistent diseases, planting costs, etc. Now case studies. So some people, out of curiosity, they went for high-density planting. But the three components I told you, drip, fertigation, canopy management. If it is not done, what will happen? See, one of the plantations I visited told to they gone for 7 to 6 meter or 6 by 6 meter. Soil depth is good, water retention, everything is good. But the plants are upright growth because of the no proper training, etc. They are done. They are just planted only, close planting. That's all. See, this is how. This is in Ethiopia, one of the estates I visited. Here we recommended partial regeneration pruning to recover that. And again, we have now the owner was a little bit hesitant to, because to sacrifice plants, a grower may not be acceptable. So alternately, I have suggested you remove one plant, leave the second row, third row next year like this. With then the new growth will come, go for topping, etc. So this practice we have adopted like this. See, the old plant was regenerated and canopy management adopted. With the result, what happens is this petal, the plant which is left is pruned one. The other one which was not flowering has given flowering because of the sunlight penetration is possible. So case study 2 is 350 acres they have gone for 5 into 5 meter. Drip system they provided, but no canopy management was done. So after 10 years what happens is there is overlapping. So they purposefully removed one plant in between them. Now the spacing is 10 by 10. So if you don't follow the pruning or canopy management, naturally you should not go for high density planting. That is a message I am giving. Then case study 3, this is Center of Excellence in Mango, Kolar district, Karnataka, under the Indo-Israel project. They got heavy funding. They wanted to demonstrate this 4 by 2 to the farming community. What happens is they planted, but drip irrigation they are giving only for every 15 days. What is the concept of drip irrigation? Every day you have to give based on the water removal, evaporation. So just they are given only every 15 days. Again, no formative pruning, Alexa. So when I went there as an expert, I demonstrated this one. So this is actually 3 years old plants, whereas what I show in my picture, 3rd year it started bearing. That is the difference. So high density planting means you have to go for drip irrigation and proper canopy management. Unless otherwise these three things are linked, you cannot be a. That's why I put my topic problems and prospects. Prospect is we are able to triple or 4 times get the yield. That's the prospect. Problem is you have to follow the required inputs. Otherwise, don't follow it. And recently, this they are under the project. The good thing is they introduced this Israeli rootstocks, dwarfing rootstocks. I think people might have heard about 13-1. How many of you have heard this 13-1? It was first introduced in India, in near your place only, Uttarakhand, by J.P. Diwari. J.P. Diwari, horticulture professor, he brought from Israel as early as 1996. I tried to bring 2 or 3 times from Israel but failed. Now it is available in this one, that is Ambani's plantations. That is,
Reliance.
Reliance plantations in large scale. Very good rootstock. It can withstand up to 8.5 pH. Sodicity, it can withstand. The Cyber and 4-point dash is the new rootstocks. In fact, I have requested that our Central Institute of Horticulture Research, that is Lucknow, to introduce this rootstock from them. I do not know whether they have done it or like this. These are all the rootstock they introduced from Israel. So thank you for the opportunity given. Equally, if anybody is having questions, I am pleased to answer. And this is out of all experiences. Each and every item is based on some PhD and MSc students' work only.
If you have any questions, you can ask. Any clarifications, you can ask.
I want from the student side.
Yeah.
Nowadays the students are not, they are feeling always shy. My university, 70% are girls, 30% are boys. That's why boys are inhibitory in their nature. Here I think reverse is there, so boys can pose questions.
2018.